All right. As a recap, we spent the last episode largely down underground, or under the sea, in fact, rescuing Duke Alder Ravengard, Will's father. Now, we did this in spite of the fact that Mizora offered us the means to do that, and we refused her and still managed to save him. So, feeling very chuffed about that. I also have a pack of camp supplies on the ground here. We will ignore this. Let's put this in the fireplace for the time being. Not being able to rotate items is an interesting wrinkle to our decorating plans. The primary example of that, and I'll just quickly demonstrate it. So as a reminder, this is our chest full of exotic goodies. And we've been collecting lots and lots of really cool things, including one of every portrait. So we have this beautiful portrait of Lord Enver Gortash, which I want to hang up on my wall, right? So if we were to come over to here, where we have a chunk of wall, you're going to love this. Here we go. So let's put the painting up on the wall. There we go. This is going to pose a problem for our decorating. Now, granted, truly beautiful portrait, but the way in which it chooses to lay things on the ground is a bit lacking. Okay, so I can do that, and then I can do that. So if we want our portraits to be on the floor, we can do that. But when we put them on the wall, they don't array quite the way that we wanted them to. So for now, we will not be fully decorating our humble abode, but truly how paintings are supposed to be. Truer words have never been spoken, but yeah, stash is looking good. We've cleaned things up mostly. We currently have in our slush fund of molded garbage. We have a lot that needs to be sold, so we probably have another 20,000 worth of severed limbs and various other things that we'll have to get around to. But I think it's time for us to let's do some chatting first, and then let's I mean, we still have a surprising number of spell slots. There's a part of me that's like, have we used all our... We haven't even used all our short rests. Oops. So we'll do the talking, and then we'll see what the plan is after that. All right. Duke Ravengard, what's the deal?
First you cleave my heart in twain, now you shatter it to pieces. My son a monster, twisted beyond recognition. To think my blood flows through those veins.
Settle down, buddy.
Is this my fate? To be freed from Gortash's hell, only to be trapped in yours?
It isn't what you think. It never was.
Poor
You
Will.
turned your back on me, on your city, to chase the she-devil and her power. She stinks up the place even now. It is exactly what I think.
Let's see. Your son sacrificed his soul to save yours. He had no choice. Will's devoted his life to protecting the coast. He's used his power wisely. I'm beginning to think we should have let you drown. Or, last but not least, call on the parasite to connect with father and son. Ravengard should know the truth. Always parasite.
Ravengard's tadpole clenches as your memories and wills flow into him.
My tears wounds. I'm in your mind.
The Grand Duke sees Mizora and her infernal sisters. He sees the agony in Will's face as an impossible choice is set before him.
No. My son.
The past becomes present, and Will's thoughts are laid bare. Ravengard sees Will partnering with Mizora to defeat Tiamat's cultists before they could lay siege to Baldur's Gate, and he sees everything beyond. The Nautiloid journey, the perilous path to Moonrise, the astral prism,
All of which Will was not part
and
of.
the Emperor within.
Will,
Everything I did for Baldur's Gate. I did for you.
Let's see. We don't have to say anything in this situation. Yeah, let's say nothing.
my son, you sold your soul to save Baldur's Gate, and I cast you out for it. You gave yourself to the Hell's eternal fires so I might walk free. By the gods, can you ever forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive. You wanted to protect the city. I only ever wanted the same.
You are a better man than most, and a better son than I deserve. I'll yet make amends, but my duty is first and foremost to the city and its people.
Always drama.
There's something I must ask of you.
Go on.
Before I was captured, I was on a mission. Returning from Elturel, I discovered the plans of the Absolutists. I immediately realized the city couldn't defend itself against such an army. I didn't despair, because the city has a secret guardian, a worm that
Oops.
sleeps beneath. He can be called upon in times of great need. This is such a time. You've been trained in the ways of the great champions and proven to be one of them. The worm will answer your call. You must seek him out.
Might or might not be undead. Tell Ravengard about the battle with Ansur. Yep.
I failed, Father. The worm is fallen.
A terrible fate for Ansur, my son. Yet my hopes for the city's future have never been higher.
I don't understand.
Me either.
You and your allies slayed the undead terror that was once the great Ansur. You are stronger than even the great worm.
Well, the undead version of
You
it.
will be the one to part the storms and lead the people through. You, not Ansur, are the savior we need. First, you will fell the Absolute. Then we will rebuild Baldur's Gate. We will take back our city together. I will name you Baldur's Gate's newest Grand Duke of the Council. You will be hailed Heart of the Gate.
Grand Duke. I look the part of a fiend.
I will tell the citizens and the patriarchs of your good works. They will know you carry your father's banner.
Says the guy who was just mind
Uncertainty
controlled.
fills the air. Will has reached a fork in his path. In which direction will he travel?
So just imagine, you got a bunch of nobles. You got the Grand Duke, who like 15 minutes ago was mind controlled by the Absolute, making Gortash the head of the city. And now he's going to turn around 5 seconds later and be like, here's my demon son. Now he should be Grand Duke. I think it might be a hard one to make work. He is a little trigger happy. You're a hero, not an aristocrat. The blade is a champion. Become the Grand Duke, I imagine. A Grand Duke, you can't turn down an offer like that, or I trust you will follow your heart wherever it leads. We gotta let Will do his thing.
Will?
I fought to right the wrongs of the coast, to slay the men and monsters that hunt the helpless. It is in the wilds that I find my courage, not in the halls of upper city estates.
There will be no Grand Duke Will Ravengard, and there will be no Blade of Frontiers.
I am now the Blade of Avernus. For as long as demons and devils imperil the Sword Coast, they will be my prey.
Then go with my blessing. Be Faerun's great defender. Courage, insight, strategy, justice. Let these be the lights that guide you, my son. Hail the Blade of Avernus!
The Blade of Avernus!
A calm settles over you. The Elder Brain is a menace, but with the Blade of Avernus at your side, you know you can triumph.
Even if we're not going to bring him along the way, but that's okay. All right, we still got a will chat to do, and we should definitely go talk to Mizora.
Need to find a way forward. The Blade of Avernus. A new name for a changed man. The four pillars finally rise within me. Courage, insight, strategy, justice. I'm not to abide them, but to become them. But enough reflection for today. I'm of a mind to celebrate. A hearty meal would do the trick. A few hunks of fresh venison, a round of brown ale. What do you say?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still have an elder brain to deal with. Sounds heavenly.
Wonderful. You hunt the deer, I'll scrounge up the ale. Prepare your belly for a roast a la blade. Let's hope Gale doesn't take offense if I assume cooking duties. Just the once.
I mean, pretty much as far as I know, he's been cooking. What are your plans with the blade once the brain is defeated? Let's talk about other things. Yeah, what's your plan?
I scout both the hells and the coast's havens, and I destroy every fiend that dares put its eye on Faerun.
Will takes a sharp breath. He's keeping something from you.
All right, you're more to your plan that you're not letting on, isn't there?
Yes, there is. I will be hunting Mizora. I won't let her claim one more soul, slay one more victim. I'm going to make my way to the hells and tear the horns right off her damned head.
Are you sure you're ready? You need to destroy her. She doesn't deserve any better. Let it go, Will. There are better ways to help people of the Sword Coast. Or let's talk about other things. Let's persuade him. Give me some of that guidance just in case. Come on, critical one. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
Part of me wants to argue, to insist that I be killing Mizora for the good of the coast. But I can't. Not when I know I'm killing her out of revenge. You're right. I won't target Mizora. But should she cross my path in Avernus, I'll cut her to ribbons before she can so much as groan Zariel's name.
Sounds good to me. Let's talk about other things.
Sure.
All right. Standard stuff here. So he's talking about killing her. She's right here. Let's go talk to her.
The Blade of Avernus. How marvelous. It rolls right off the tongue. Tell me, little bug, who should Will's first target be?
The Elder Brain is first on the list. Everything else needs to wait. Gortash, Orin. There are plenty of cultists and monsters to go around. Take your pick. Or lead him to the hells. I'm sure there's plenty of quarry. Say there's plenty of cultists and monsters around. Take your pick.
The legend lives. Oh, how the people will applaud their courageous hero. Well, if they're not revolted by those hideous horns. I'll keep the whole devil pulling his strings hush-hush. I promise. Don't worry. I won't keep too tight a leash. He scratches my horns, and I'll scratch his. The thrill of the unknown.
Naughty and haughty.
I can't wait to see how this epic plays out.
Yeah, it's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I want you out of here. What can you tell me about the hells? Or if you're going to be staying, I need something in return. Let's see about that. I'm curious.
Why? I'm supplying Will with every scrap of his infernal power. I've paid my dues many times over. I tell you what, when the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand.
That works for me. All right. I feel like we missed our opportunity to gloat at her for saving Ravengard. But
No time
let's
to
see.
dally.
We still got spell slots here.
there?
Okay, so I don't think we're gonna do our long rest, but let's do our level ups at least.
What now?
Okay, so let's see. We're gonna go with one more level of Bard. We just needed the one level dip. We can pick up Eye Bite. Seems like an interesting one. Do you want to replace a spell? I kind of like the list of spells we have here. So we'll leave that as is. Doesn't look like we get much for this last level of Bardicness, but we'll go for it regardless. Yeah, I mean, she lended us a hand with Duke Ravengard in the worst possible way. So let's see, you are at 19 strength. But we're using Cloud Giant potions, so I don't know that we care. I think it's time for Sentinel to come into the mix. And I think we're going for one last... So wait, so what do we get over here? We gained Favored Enemy, Natural Explorer. Over here, we get Evasion. Your agility lets you dodge out of the way of certain spells. When a spell effect would deal half damage on successful dexterity saving throw. I can't read. It deals no damage if you succeed, and only half if you fail. Okay. So half damage on spells works well for me, and it'll bump up our sneak attack. And then all we're getting here is a feat, and at 18 wisdom, we gotta pump those numbers up. So pretty straightforward level ups. We are now max level for the campaign, if such a thing is even conceivable. Let's see, let's slap this down over here and this down over here. Select Lae'zel, and we'll get healed up this way. There's some weird breathing noises when you eat good berries. Alright, let's swap in this. What are we rocking here? Corvid's Token. We probably don't need Corvid's Token. Fly and jump. Okay, I mean, that's a reason to wear it, I guess.
I've got a long road ahead.
I don't think our gear is in a particularly optimal state. But it's not terrible. Let's see. So you should be wielding that. Whew.
Keep a blade close.
All right. Let's get back to adventuring, I guess. We should probably talk to people and just see what everyone else thinks of the excitement.
So Will's the Blade of Avernus now. I suppose that's a new sort of frontier for him.
Somebody needs a shower, is all I have to say. Okay, nothing major there.
The Blade of Avernus. I suppose hell is just another frontier.
I wanted to ask you something.
Ask it.
Okay. What was it? I don't know. True that you fought the Dead Three before. You mentioned knowing something about Illithids. Can you tell me about the Harpers? Or you fought in the Temple of Baal before. Would you be able to find it again? That's an interesting question.
You speak of a battle more than a century past. Baal's minions led us through a maze in the Undercity, older than Baldur's Gate itself. We paid little mind to the path ahead, let alone how we might return, or that we would return at all. Still, the Undercity shifts. We might search down there. Or better yet, find a ballast to lead us.
Okay, that's fair. Cool. Okay, anybody over here? Just Raven Guard.
Will shall force all devil kind to tremble before him. The hells have much to fear.
Cool.
The Blade of Avernus. I can't think of a better man than Will to take up the title. It's about time someone stood up to the evil fucks populating the hells.
Right on.
Do you feel that? The hells themselves tremble to face such a scourge as Will threatens to be. The Blade of Avernus. Forged by a cambion, whetted on a dragon's hide.
Indeed, Jeff.
Those devils won't know what's coming for them.
Indeed. What are your thoughts on it? Here, I'll boop it out to full screen. I think we're gonna put something up here on the wall, so we'll have some background. But I'm actually reading your message right now because we have a teleprompter right here, which I'll be able to use for other content creation. So very excited about that. Let's see. All right, we're good with you.
So, the Blade of Frontiers is dead. Long live the Blade of Avernus. I just hope he stays focused on battling infernal forces. The undead have it hard enough already.
Always looking out for himself. Good job, Astarion. All right. Well, with that done, I think it's time. Let's step out of camp again. I don't even remember exactly where we are. I think we're in the submarine dock. Oh yeah, you prefer the down angle shot that we had before?
Still breathing.
I'm surprised to hear it. But always open to whatever feedback people have to offer. So you can still get inside the submersible if we so desire. But I think we're done in here. Which means, as the title of the stream suggested, back to the sewers we go.
According to the label, this urn is filled with G-cube lubricant. How many gelatinous cubes would have to be rendered down into slippery salve to fill an urn this size?
Asking the important questions, narrator. I can use it? Hold on a second. This is next level. I want to take it with me.
According to the label, this urn is
boo.
filled with G-cube lubricant. How many gelatinous cubes would have to be rendered down into slippery salve to fill an urn this size?
I was very excited that I might end up falling over or something like that.
Open up.
The portrait of Gortash didn't end up in our stash. All right, so I think we're done here. We briefly surfaced up into the. That's a greasy, smelly climb down. I guess we could briefly just go up and see what's going on over here before we do. Yeah, so we're still in Flim's cargo, which if we look at the map, I love that we're just like, we started out here, and then we're just popping up in random places. We got some murder targets. Retrieve Amelium. Murder target. Okay, lots to do. But yeah, I think we cleared out this, and then I think we'll leave the docks for the moment. We'll come back to the docks in the future. Ooh, there's a fishing rod there. Yep, we'll return to this at a later date. But yeah, how's it going, Jeff? What's new and exciting with you? Now let's see. We have this mystery guy. I put in lots of different places for different games, Jeff. I've found that bottom left is pretty good for Baldur's Gate. But I move it around depending on the game. So we still have Darrow Vin here. He's in an impenetrable slumber. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's much we can do with him. Let's see, and then what's this over here? The cache? We already found the cache, right? Oh, what is this?
Doppelgangers are not meant to wear the same skin for too long. Especially one so offensive to our lord as that one.
Well, well, well. Oh. Perception check. It is trapped. All right. Let's scoot back a little bit so we don't end up triggering whoever these people are. Guessing these are both trapped. Marked chest dragon, marked chest crown. Interesting. Okay, well let's swap over to Asterion.
Watch the shadows.
Ooh, not an easy roll here. Critical success makes quick work of it, though. Okay.
Move unseen.
Scrawled note. What do we got going on here? Keep looking, Crank. Going real well for you, isn't it? Okay, so... Ooh. Was there a third dirt mound here? Hey, Artie. Yeah, it's, I mean, same camera angle as yesterday, though. Nothing's changed since then.
No time to rest.
All right, so let's see. So I don't think there's anything else here that we're missing. Oh, just kidding.
Moving ahead.
Looks like another trapped chest.
Careful, I bite.
Yeah, so no new changes to the camera angle since yesterday. But this week has been our first week of new camera angle. Okay. Oops. Send to camp. Send to camp.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Oh, another one. Holy cow. Yes, I did change the location of it.
Let's get on with it.
I'm lower left for this game because there's a nice little gap in the middle there. But
my faith protects me.
Okay, we know this chest is trapped.
Tread carefully.
But we have failed 4 perception checks. Do we have anybody left? Asterian perception check. Okay, so we had Izip, Legel. Looks like Shadowheart may not have done her perception check yet.
Got to press on.
Nope. Okay, well,
Still alive.
We'll ignore this for now.
Very well.
Because I don't think there's much. We could bring in other people from camp, but that seems like a lot of work. Alright, so let's see. So how are we going to get over to these guys? So it looks like there were some people over here that we need to do something with. So I guess we can go through this door then. Does look like there's some more stuff over here. But I mean, there's still lots of stuff to do. The sewers are large. So let's quick save.